So the question came in from a P. Ellie. An investor I follow online says that the multifamily market has been overpriced for some time and will experience a crash. What do you think about that? All right, great question. So is the multifamily market going to experience a crash? So most likely the person you're referring to, they were talking about large multifamily, which means like big apartment complexes. I do believe we could see a correction in the real estate market with big or small. I think that the smaller investment properties will probably experience a less of a problem than the larger ones, because even with all the drama going on, in most markets, there's still not enough housing. There's more people trying to rent than there are properties being offered for rent. So I don't expect a massive decline in rents or anything like that. I think we may see some of the high-end apartment complexes having to lower their rents because people during a recession tend to tighten their belts and then they go and move to a lower-priced lower-priced property. But overall, like, I think people still have to have a place to live. They're still going to rent property. So I think the small multifamily market is going to be just fine. I think that if you do a good job as a landlord and you offer a good quality product at a fair price, you're never going to have a problem finding rents. Even if let's say the market goes terrible. Well, as long as you're better than everyone else, which is not hard to do, the bar is not very high in real estate. As long as you're a little better than everyone else, you're still going to get tenants that are going to rent from you. So finally, the last point I'll make is this. If the market does crash, what does that mean? It means that property values go down. It doesn't usually mean rents crash that much. Now, yes, I know right now during the COVID crisis, there's a problem with people paying rent. That said, I'm over 90% rent collected for the month. Like well over 90%. I think we might have like 95% right now. Like most of our rent, and that's pretty typical. We usually get around 95 to 98% of our rent collected at this time. So it's still coming in. That said, if people don't pay rent next month or the month after, am I really that worried? Well, one, I have reserves. That's why we say it's important to have reserves in real estate. Secondly, I'm not real concerned because if the market crashes, if prices drop, hopefully I still get 90% of my rent. So I'm still okay on the rent side of things. If rents go down a little bit, that's okay. That's why I have cash flow. I can handle that. Like if I have a property that rents for $1,300 a month and my expenses are only $900 a month and I'm making $400 a month in cash flow, well, fine. If rents dropped a couple $100 a month, I'm still okay. And then if prices go down, I'm just going to buy more. So I'm buying now. I bought last month. I'm buying next month. If the market drops, I'm going to buy at the lower amount even more aggressively. So what's the market going to do? I have no idea. But I don't really care. I'm going to take advantage of whatever happens. I'm going to make sure that I run my numbers no matter what happens. I'm going to keep educating myself and getting better and better right now so that I'm prepared to take on whatever comes. So a lot of people have been saying, well, I'm going to wait for the market to crash before I get into real estate. I'm going to wait the next few months. You guys, if you're trying to get into real estate, now is the perfect time to build your business, to build your portfolio. And what I mean by that is your knowledge and your experience part of it. Build your processes, build the foundation. Now is the time to sharpen your axe. So if the market does crash, you're going to be so prepared to take down that tree in fewer swings. Does that make sense? So I'm not worried about a decline or a crash. I'm preparing for one. I'm thinking that one might come, but it doesn't mean I'm not looking for deals still today. It doesn't mean I'm not still buying today. And that would be my advice for everybody is understand that a crash might happen, prepare yourself for that, but don't stop. Keep moving forward and get better. It's like that whole quote, right? Don't wish things were easier, wish you were better. That's my wish for all of you guys today.